The transfer window has been going on now for a couple of days and has been fairly quiet on the incoming front for the Reds. However, the club are still doing business in the background with trimming down the squad and releasing players surplus to requirements. However, the club have supposedly agreed 4 deals inside, of which we'll discuss in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours that includes a look at key dates going into next season. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Talks over a deal for Nice midfielder Thuram are claimed to have multiplied in recent weeks, with Liverpool making him a quote priority. Thuram has emerged as a viable candidate as Liverpool's rebuild this summer, with at least one more signing expected in the middle of the park. After the £35 million deal for Alexis Mac Allister, the likes of Manu Kone, Ryan Gravenberch, Gabri Veiga and Romeo Lavia are being considered. But according to the French newspaper L'Equipe, Thuram is now considered a priority objective and the player himself is, quote, seduced by the potential of joining. Contacts have multiplied in recent weeks, the report claims. The player is not against leaving Nice despite his attachment to the club and has shown himself to be seduced by the Liverpool project. Thuram joined Nice from AS Monaco in 2019 and has gone on to play 138 times for the club as well as debuting for the France national team. A dynamic all-round midfielder, he would likely slot in as one of the advanced options in Jurgen Klopp's system, as is also expected with Alexis Mac Allister. Nice will almost certainly play hardball when it comes to their number 19, though with previous reports describing initial meetings with the league side as negative. Any deal for Thuram may need to wait until later in the summer either way, with the midfielder currently on duty with the France under-21s. Their 3 group games are going to be coming between June 22nd and June 28th. If France do progress into the quarter-finals, their next game would be on July 1st and 2nd, where semi-finals head on July 5th and the final on July 8th. By that point, Liverpool will have begun pre-season, with Klopp admitting his preference to bring in players as early as possible back in May, but also understanding that that may not be possible. Just a quick one guys before we get back in the video, we're currently doing £5 off of all our Liverpool t-shirts, and we have got brand new designs on the website, so do browse the collection by going to copyclothing.com or going down into the link in the description. Anyway, let's get back into today's video. Liverpool have confirmed that they have offered 4 players a new contract as they revealed their retained list following the conclusion of the season. The conclusion of one season always signals the end of the last, at least one career at the club, and we have already taken part in several emotional farewells. Bobby Firmino, James Milner, Naby Keita and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain all saw out their contracts, leaving noticeable gaps in Jurgen Klopp's first squad. But there are changes afoot at the academy too, with the club confirming 7 young players have been released. Liam Hughes, Charlie Hayes-Greens, who have already signed with League One's Bolton, Oscar Kelly, Fiddle O'Rourke, Odola Ofofenwa, Ewan Roberts and Jack Byrne all depart. Liverpool fans may recall Byrne's name as the only player in the list who made a senior appearance, which came against Aston Villa back in 2019. In addition to the 11 departures, the Reds have confirmed that they have 4 contract offers on the table. The most notable one is for Adrian, who recently confirmed he was really close to reaching an agreement which will extend his stay at the club for 5 seasons. Paul Glatzel, Jacob Poitras and Reece Truman have also been offered contracts. Reports close to the club state the Reds are confident of getting all 4 of these done. For Glatzel, it is a deal that would enable him to continue his rehabilitation as his torrid injury run continues, but hopefully the 22-year-old can soon return to fitness and find game time on loan or with the academy. The forward has not played since September when he re-injured his hamstring while on loan in Tranmere in his only appearance in 2022-2023. Having barely had the chance to catch our breath after a whirlwind 2022-2023 Premier League season, the Premier League have released fixtures for the next campaign. Jurgen Klopp and his team will be desperate to right the wrongs of a tricky campaign on all fronts and get back to chasing silverware next May. The Reds' full set of league fixtures were confirmed on Thursday morning, including a trip to Stamford Bridge on the opening day and a familiar face at the finishing line. Fans can now mentally envisage the pathway to Premier League glory at the end of the season, but Liverpool will have to navigate a difficult set of December games at Anfield if that is to materialise. Here in this part of the video, we're going to go through the 5 key things from the Reds' 2023-2024 Premier League schedule. Opener, not against a newly promoted side. For the first time since 2018-19, the Reds will not be starting against a team who have just come up from the Championship. Fulham, Leeds and Norwich on 2 occasions have all been first up for Klopp's men in recent seasons, affording them what is, on paper at least, a healthy start to proceedings. Chelsea will be Liverpool's first opponents of the new campaign on August 13th, with Liverpool having requested that the first game be played away from Anfield to allow extra time to complete the development of the Anfield road stand. It is not a game which has yielded many goals in the last 4 encounters, with the league meetings last season and domestic cup finals in 2021-2022 all finishing goalless after 90 minutes. A brutal December at Anfield. The festive season is renowned for being a busy time in the football calendar, and this season is no exception. Liverpool will host Manchester United on the 16th, Arsenal on the 23rd, and then Newcastle on the 30th, within the space of 2 weeks in December, with all 3 sides having finished in the top 4 of the 2022-2023 season. If the Reds are to mount a serious title challenge, they will need to overcome a hectic Christmas schedule, in which trips to Crystal Palace and Burnley will also be sprinkled before the new year. A predictable end. Death, taxes and Wolves on the final day. It is the 3rd time in 5 seasons that the Reds will come up against Wolves at Anfield in the season finale, with the previous 2 occasions leading to Man City picking the Premier League title up by a single point. Optimists might view it as an opportunity for a 3rd time lucky, while others are afraid we have seen the ending of this film one too many times before. Winter break in January. Fans will have noticed the gap between the trip to Bournemouth on January 13th and the visit of Chelsea on January 31st. That is because there will be a winter break after the turn of the year, where the fixtures will be split into 2 sets of 5 across the weekends commencing January 13th and January 20th. The Premier League have tried to introduce a mid-season break in the schedule in recent years, but the coronavirus pandemic and Qatar World Cup have at times made the logistics more difficult. Of course, we know the extended schedule does not always honour the concept of a winter break, with Liverpool asked to play an FA Cup replay during a period in which the 2019-20 break was originally planned. You can bet Klopp will just be disgruntled if the same proves true this time around. A gentler sprint to the line. While the cliche dictates that there are no easy games in football, Liverpool's April and May running could certainly have worked out less favourably. If the Reds can position themselves within striking distance, the top spot with 6 weeks to go, Klopp and his players will certainly fancy themselves to make a serious challenge for the league title as the games draw in. Crystal Palace at home, Fulham away, West Ham away, Tottenham at home, Aston Villa away and Wolves at home are Liverpool's final 6 games of the campaign, who combine for an average finish of 10th last season. A run the manager would look to take 18 points from his side at their swashbuckling best. Man City will go into the season as heavy favourites after winning 5 of the last 6 Premier Leagues, and having just captured the treble, we know all too well what this set of players remain capable of with their backs against the wall. Let's hope we see less 2022-2023 and more of the quadruple chasers that went before it up the Reds. Liverpool fans, what do you make of our transfer business so far? And do you think we'll be title challengers next season? Yes or no? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Remember, we do have Liverpool t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to kopbyclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.